Hello, I'm Jim Rodgers.
Poems of all cowboy poetry. I learned it when I was about 14 years old from my great aunt, who was the daughter of William Bruce, who worked for Charles Goodnight, put several herds up the Levy Goodnight Trail with Charlie Goodnight. The poem deals with a young lady on the Texas plains. Her name was Lasca, L-A-S-C-A. The poem was written by Frank Dupree.
Okay, let me jump start.
I want free life, and I want fresh air, and I sigh for the canter after the cattle, the crack of the whip, like shots in battle, the medley of horns, hooves, and heads, that wars, wrangles, scatters, and spreads. While the green beneath and the blue above dash danger, life, and love, and Lasca. Now Lasca used to ride on the back of a mouse-gray Mustang close by my side, with blue serape and white bell spur. Well, I laughed with joy as I looked at her, and little she cared for books or creed. The Ave Maria sufficed her needs, and little she cared, save to be by my side, to ride with me, and forever to ride from San Sava's shore to Lavaca's tide. Now she was as wild as the billows that beat, wild as the breezes that blow, but she swayed in suppleness, to and fro with each gust of passion, like a sapling pine that grows on the edge of a Kansas bluff, that wars with the wind when the weather is rough. Like this Lasca, this love of mine. Now she would hunger that I might eat, took the bitter and gave me the sweet. But once I made her jealous for fun, something I had whispered, said or done to a glorious little girl of the Alamo. And from her garter she drew a dear little dagger. The sting of a wasp made me stagger. An inch to the left, or an inch to the right, and I shouldn't be wandering here tonight. But she sobbed, and sobbing she swiftly bound her torn rebotia about the wound. Well, I quite forgave her, for scratches don't count in Texas, down by the Rio Grande. Well, the air was heavy, and the night was hot, and I sat by her side and forgot that the Texas norther comes sudden and soon, in the dead of night, or the blaze of noon. And once let that herd in its breath take flight, then nothing on earth can stop its flight. And woe to the rider, and woe to the steed, who falls in front of the mad stampede. Was that thunder? No, my lord. I sprang to my saddle without a word. With one foot on mine, she clung behind and away in a hot chase and down the wind. Never was a fox hunt half so hard, and never was a steed so little spared. For we rode for our lives, and you shall hear how we fared in Texas, down by the Rio Grande. Well, the Mustang flew, and we urged him on. One chance left, and you have but one. Halt! Jump to the ground and shoot your horse, and there under his carcass crouch. And if the steers in their frantic course don't batter you both to pieces at once, then thank your stars. And if not, goodbye to the quickening kiss, the long-drawn sigh, and the open air and the open sky in Texas, down by the Rio Grande. Well, the cattle gained on us, and just as I reached for my six-shooter behind in my belt, down came the Mustang, and down came we, clinging together. And what was the rest? A body that spread itself upon my breast, two arms that shielded my dizzied head, and and two lips close to my lips were pressed. And then came thunder to our ears as o'er us surged a sea of steers, blows that beat blood to my eyes. But as I could rise, Lasca was dead. Well, I gouged out a grave a few feet deep, and there in her arms I laid her to sleep. And there she lies, and no one knows the summer's shine and the winter's snow. And many a day the flowers spread their pall of color over her head, and the little gray hawk hangs aloft in the air, and the sly coyote, he trots here and there. And the black snake glides and glitters and slides into a rift in a cottonwood tree. And the buzzard sails on. He comes and he's gone, stately and still, like a ship at sea. And I wonder why I do not care for the things that are as the things that were. Does half my heart lie buried there in Texas, down by the Rio Grande?